Here's part two of revealing of my altered ego, revealing of Black Rob to me. Like I said, these people ripped me off. They stole my money, and I was trying to buy bile acid. And they were about maybe 3 or 4 doors down from where we were at, meaning my friend Chris, Steve, and two of Steve's friends, and I. There's five altogether. And, it got to the point that I just, Black Rob came out. And it was feeling of power, feeling of I thought I had control of myself again. And Steve kept on saying, why don't you go get some beef jerky? Black Rob wants some beef jerky. And this was in the front, where you pay your bill and you get your key, the front office. And they had a plexiglass, because it was a dangerous place. There was a lot of crime that happened there. And the thing was, I was just in an intense state of darkness. And I basically went down there saying, I'm Black Rob, give me some beef jerky. I want some beef jerky. And I started banging on the glass. And I started cursing her with all foul language. And, she called the police, of course. She was fearful for her life. And I walked away, not knowing that she called the police at the time. But as I was walking to the place that we were at, the room, there was this car, and it was just staying right there for some reason. I mean, it was, and then right when I came up to it, see, the car wasn't parked. It was actually, it was getting ready to park, but it was staying in one place. It was waiting there. It was all planed by darkness. And darkness wanted my life that night. And darkness almost had it. I almost died. Many times I've almost died. But this is one I would like to share with you. And I'll share all my times that I almost died with you. Because that's what I desire to do. I want to share all my life, all my life, all my life with you. So, the person in the car was waiting, and they parked. So I wanted to know why this was happening. So I went into the passenger, window. It was open. I was just scanning it, like a vulture or a predator would scan their prey. And, I was just asking questions, like, who's up in the room with you? And he said, girls. And I sensed that he was lying. And, this is the Black Rob. This is my altered ego speaking. It wasn't my true self. And I started following him. And then, as I was asking more questions, he said, no, it's just my friends, a couple guys. And then I was saying, well, you lied to me. You must be gay, because the ego always wants to assume, always wants to judge. So I called him gay and saying that, I'm going to get my shotgun and kill you and all your friends because we had a shotgun in the motel. Now I know why Steve brought that shotgun there. It wasn't just to bring it in. It was planned ahead of time by darkness. Steve was just a pawn in the game of darkness. So, he went back to his room, I went back to mine. And my friend Chris and Steve, they're real tired. They're coming off their trip. And I was still much in my climax still. Climax meaning peaking, meaning you're at that point of your most high when you're doing this acid, this drug, lysergic. dilipophyme acid. I believe that's what it's called. LSD. But this is part 2.